Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion with Veriax and Veriax. Oh, it always does that. And Veriax. Last time we had a door that we could not open. We had a mysterious nexus thing here, and I was a bit stumped. But I did a bit of reading. Because I said I'd read this book when I got here, whatever, and when I expressed it, and I just didn't. So I'm going to read bits of it as we go through this area. To give some context about where we are. It's quite interesting. So, on the subject of Xedilian's construction, Lord Shirgarath, let me begin by extending my warmest regards to you and your noble being. The construction was completed on time and well under budget as you demanded, under pain of fun, I believe you are quoted as saying, and not only with the most infinitesimal loss of life. I am proud to say that by harnessing the energy of the most unusual crystalline formation, Xedilian should maintain itself for years to come with proper maintenance, of course. At your request, I've included full operation instructions for each section of the site. If you have any other questions, feel free to bother me anytime, like when you originally thought of this idea in the middle of the night. The heart of Xedilian is its power source, the resonator of judgment. By turning this huge chunk of crystal with the resonator of judgment, a tuning fork of sorts, we have released a wave of siren-like sound which will draw anyone from the outside the Isles. 3 focus crystals have been placed throughout the site to assist in keeping this wave of sound even and stable. The site will not function without all the focus crystals running in unison. But it's important to keep them clean and safe on their cradles, which I've called their judgment nexuses. The focus crystals are irreplaceable at this time, so take proper precautions regarding the site when not in use. So that's what we're up to. So weird crystals, huh? Well, I did find one, didn't I? I found one. And now suddenly it's turned into a focus crystal. There we go. And now the door opens. Now we can proceed through to a metal door. So that's cool. I like to see these guys actually doing stuff. So they worship these totems and they're having a bit of a dance and a party and whatnot, and a bit of a boogie, headbanging session, whatever. And now I've interrupted and I feel bad, but hey. Lovely. Right. So, one more thing. Should have done this off camera, but okay, we're fine. Well, that got me, didn't it? Can't deny that. So, a bit of a read. Xedilian is I realize what this means now. Xedilian is split into 3 encounter areas, all linked by the latest in arcane transport technology. Maybe that trapdoor. The hapless. Yeah, Xedilian lights, the subjects, basically. It was fun to experiment on them, thank you for that. Make their way through each room and they are subjected to a test based on either the manic philosophy or that of the demented, whichever suits your whim at the time. All you need to do is push a single button and sit back with your favourite wine. We provide luxurious observation platforms from which to enjoy the show and watch the results. Each encounter area has a unique theme that matches your request as close as we could provide. I think you'll be pleased with the results. Below, I have detailed each room and the effects you can expect from them in brief, as I know your lordship is busy. So, the Chamber of Conversion. Fairly empty room with a large grating on the floor and a single half-sized harmless Nal wandering in the centre. Let's see where this goes. Where's he gone? There he is. Oh, hello. Mind if I find stuff you have there? That's 2. Okay, so we still have yet to get to that first room, I think. Wow. Okay, Painbringer and Death Dealer. Not happy. Proper slobber knocker, this one. No, I was supposed to be stunned after that. Oof. Those were tough. Barely see anything in that dark corridor, but... the floor sounded different. Gonna bother with that. No, I'm not keen on these now. Just pay attention to that. Aha. Big beastie. We need to find a shrine with all these intelligence drainings and damagings and such. Madnosaur is really going to start laying us down eventually. I'll have to find some place to stash it. Probably not in here though, eh? Shigara's Funhouse. Not a good place to keep me loot. There's an owl. I'm sure there's an owl. Maybe there wasn't an owl. Ah! Hello. Come on. Okay. Last one. Oh! Ow! Ow. Ow. It's a good thing I do have this legendary set of armor, because, well, you know, I'm certainly getting use out of it, aren't I? Ah, my strength has been drained. I can't actually do anything but stand here, block and swing it like that. Huh. Yeah, man. There we go. Lovely. Okay. So I can only assume that the Grummites know about the function of those crystals and everything. I can't be that stupid. They were sleeping. I wasn't gonna wake you dudes. I wasn't gonna. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Feel something. Makes a bit of difference. Speeds things up a little bit as well, you know. Okay. Alright. Oh, a Magus Death Dealer. Sadly, you've got no way of blocking my blows, so doesn't really matter how much health you have, I'm afraid. I know I'm not looting them. There's it glows. See, I knew that sort of thing was special. I knew it was. I was going to say about them. Never mind. I know I'm not looting a lot of them. I'm missing out on madness or. So this stuff, the Resonator of Judgment, this stuff in general, is a lot more to it than meets the eye. The Resonator of Judgment. What is that? Alright, wait a minute. It's pretty early on, isn't it? Power Source. By turning the huge chunk of crystal, we have released a wave of sound-like sound that will draw anyone from outside of Syria. Yeah, so here we are with this. There's the sound. There's that. Alright, so now the place is working again. Fantastic. Oh, these are the teleporters, not the trapdoors. Right? Yes. That's a little...
Finally,
oh.
Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me.
I'm not so sure.
But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Xedilian. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Caliban Nerendil.
Tell me about this place.
A wonder of engineering, is it not? Xedilian is the ultimate test of metal for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment.
Well, this is the illusion of choice, no matter what I say, does it? How do I get out of here?
Yes, I tend to ramble. you'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you.
Yeah.
Xedilian would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
We'll find a lot of dead grummites. What should I do? Why do I? I'm going to say, what should I do? You know, we're a guy who takes his responsibilities seriously, and Sheogorath did send us here. So what should I do?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help.
Good.
I assume Sheogorath gave you the manual of Xedilian. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions.
Baiting the trap. Tell me about this resonator of judgment.
The resonator works by drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical siren's call.
Yep.
Sheogorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh?
Yeah. Okay.
I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Xedilian.
Okay. So, I did read it off camera, but if he's going to explain it anyway, there's no need to go any further with the book.
As the adventurers make their way through Xedilian's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms.
Ah.
All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
Okay, so this is where I'm going to go. Hang on a minute. See, how about no? Maybe I should have said that at the second choice there. I really don't think you can get out of this, though. I, as a player, think this is great, because I thought reading that book, you had to go through and do all the stuff, but you are the dungeon master. The sadistic, mad dungeon master to the group of heroes. How do I make the choices?
Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button.
That's it.
If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious.
I don't know when I'm done.
You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground, or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done.
So, do you handle the cleanup?
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident.
That guy with the big hammer's probably been through here. Explain the choices I'm making.
Each chamber presents two options. When you push the appropriate button, an event will unfold for the adventurers to experience. One is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well.
Okay, that's enough.
As you wish. So good to be back in business.
Look, there's a grate with a nail.
Keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, and we might just get out of here alive.
A fighter, a mage, and a thief, huh? Read the book. So, yeah, so fairly empty room with a large grating on the floor and a single half-sized harmless gnarl wandering in the center. So we can grow in size to nearly twice that of the average Xediliite. Most we observe run around in an attempt to escape the lumbering creature. Eventually will stop and fade away. The magic in the room is enhanced by the spore gas, or the tiny friend now is joined by a small swarm of its brethren, and they attack our surprise friends. Genius! This is not really a Divine Crusader sort of quest, which I think is going to be a pattern within this DLC, that Veriax is kind of out of his depth, because he has been trapped here, and he has to do these things in order to escape. And they are completely against everything he's done before, and everything he would do. But he has to, because he's the will of a god, and everything like that. So,
We should just kill this stupid tree and move on.
but where are these?
Can't be right. Time to choose. Oh, how I... What can I assist?
So let's just get it from him.
This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite.
Veriax is going to try and keep these guys alive and sane. So, if these guys
So good to be back in
are a group of hardy adventurers, okay?
What an odd ruin.
If I'm trying to keep them alive, which I know is probably impossible, but I want Veriax to try and do it. If these are a group of hardened adventurers, the best of the best, then a group of tiny gnarls is probably not going to be a challenge for them in a fight. So I'll do that, as opposed to driving them mad with a massive one and the spores and stuff. So I think it's probably safer to do the gnarl swarm.
Oblivion is that thing.
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Wait just a moment. What's that sound?
Prepare yourselves for battle.
So I'm sure they'll be fine. Yeah, there's only like a dozen of them. As long as they organize themselves properly, they'll be fine. Oh,
Cut them down. Damn it. Lewin deserved better than this, and I'm responsible. Someone will pay dearly, I assure you.
oh dear.
There's nothing to be done here. We must press on.
Well, this is really good. This is really, really, really good, isn't it? So this is really, really, really good.
Unleashed the swarm, did we? Nothing like a little bloodlust to start the encounter off right.
Yeah. Well, you know, if this is the best of the best, why would he die to a group of gnarls? I know it was scripted and all that, so. Okay.
Unleashed the swarm, did we?
I know.
Nothing like a little bloodlust to start the encounter off right.
Oh, yes.
Treasure. Let's have at it, Xedilian.
Alright, I'm going to let him explain. It is in the book, but there's no point in me reading it and then asking him.
What can I assist you with? The second chamber of Xedilian is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one, always a crowd pleaser.
And of course, they've lost their thief, so they can't pick the lock.
You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Can't open it, can you?
This place is beginning to bug me.
Alright, I'm going to do the keys, because that won't hurt them. Maybe they'll move on.
Odd statues.
Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
Yeah.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait. Do you hear something? Look. Keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Are you sure?
Let's get out of here, Xedilian. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
The orc was the one that wasn't fooled by
I
this.
must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
I thought the orc would have been the one who
Must find the key. Must find the key.
fell for that.
Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
Why would that drive him insane? I mean, that's a bit...
Gems, keys, all mine. Find the keys.
At least he stays alive. You know.
Too bad none of those keys fit the lock. I see Lord Sheogorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Xedilian.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't want to.
Now, how may I continue to assist you?
Right, what's this bit?
The third chamber of Xedilian is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room. If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all.
Yes.
Then, just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture.
Oh, God. Okay.
You're doing quite well so far.
I wonder if the orc's going to talk to himself.
Steady, Grumlock, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
Okay, so...
If I find out who's running the show, there'll be hell to pay.
Maybe I don't want him to live. Right, well, he's a fighter, okay?
Bring it on. I'm ready.
So, the zombies, I mean, this one's probably... It's tricky, because he's obviously, like, quite sound of mind, because
Only me
the
left.
keys...
Fine. I'll show 'em.
The keys didn't upset him, but, you know, dying and coming back to life just might a little bit.
Only me left. Fine. I'll show 'em.
Maybe he can take on the undead. I'm going to... And it's better that he dies, you know, he's... Yeah, it's just...
What? The very dead rise in this accursed place. Now it's...
I'm sure he can do it. I'm sure he can... Oh.
Will you?
Oops. So 2 died and 1 went insane.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time at all.
I don't want any spoils. I didn't do this for spoils. I just want to get out.
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it.
I don't care about the earnings, game. I don't care about the frickin' earnings.
Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Grumlock. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course. Just up that hallway. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I am over encumbered. Got a great big freaking sword. Getting quite long. Let's just look at this. One. Oh, hang on a minute. It's not as good as Sword of the Crusader, obviously. But look at it. Doesn't mean it's evil because it looks evil. Doesn't mean it is evil. It's also really like, this would never work as a real, but that doesn't matter, does it? Because it has Nourished Blade on it. Cross damage. We're going to drop with a few things and then try and move on, like the Steel Tanto. Oh, this is yeah, it's fine to leave it here. It's fine. And was that it? Oh, got a few other things. The Grummet arrows. Drop all them. All there. Okay. That's cool. Oh! Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Who are these guys? Who are those guys?
That was quite a battle.
No.
I hope you are uninjured. You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the Isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sher Gorath at once and tell him the Knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
Heart of Order. I'm not gonna... I don't know what this is. Like, whether the Heart of Order is actually their heart. Or whether it's... Well, it looks like it is, doesn't it? So... Even though it's probably Sterile Order Sword, Immaculate Order Sword. These are really good weapons. Not as good as mine, obviously, but... You know.
Time for idle chatter.
Alright, I'm going. Alright, I'm not too bothered about the adventurer's loot because it's... You know... But if no one else is going to use it, I mean, this is really interesting. Water breathing, detect life, and feather. Silver bar there. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take the healing potions because they're just, you know. I might as well. That was really interesting. That was really, really, really good. Wasn't it? That was awesome. Really enjoyed that. I mean, it's like completely not Veriax's thing at all, but really, really good. The way it's scripted and plays out and everything. That's so good. When you read this journal and it gives you like all these things about what's going to happen in it. When you read this journal, we'll read that at some point, I think. But it's big word, big letters. You see all about these, you know, the Nals and stuff and the Avarice and everything. You think that you're going to be put through them, but you're actually the guy who sets all the tests and everything. Cool. Right then. Well, we'll call that an episode. That was Xedilian. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Veriax didn't, but we'll see how he reacts to that, I suppose. As we return to Sheogorath and explain about what we found and everything. It'll probably happen next time. So until then, thank you very much for watching.